I'm in a video making mood today. I got my super handsome friend here with me today. He's a morph boa of some kind. He's really pretty. He's got this really speckled head, so we call him Pepper. And then I got a female BCI that has a head that's similar to him, so we call her Specs. And they're together, and he's gotten twice his size in 1 year. He's gotten pretty big, grown a foot, and starting to gain some girth. And here we have, this is Thud and Lola. That's Thud out there, and that's Lola. Male and female. Thud's a BCI, and Lola's a red-tailed salmon, Colombian salmon, like a salmon colored. They're a mating pair. There's Specs there. They're all fat and tired right now. They all just ate big healthy meals. As Marley, our morph, some type of morph, I guess, I don't know. He's a male ball python. He's massive, actually. He's about 5.5, 6 foot long. He's a big fat boy. And here we have Grumpy and Grumpy 1 and Grumpy 2. Easy, buddy. You're just flailing all over the place. You are not around the neck snake, as my kid likes to call it. Yeah, this is Grumpy 1. And boy, Grumpy 2 over there. She's really, really grumpy right now. Yeah, she's shedding. Getting ready to shed about 3 days from now. She's grumpy. What are you doing, buddy? See, you just shed yesterday, didn't you? Say hello to the camera, Grumpy. Grumpy 1 here, his name is Red, and he's a jungle boa. We call him Red because of his tail. And like Red Foreman from That 70s Show, big grumpy. He'll hiss at you. He opens his mouth real wide and he'll go and hiss at you. Pretty funny. And then she's like an angel now, but when I first brought her home, she was half that size, and within about 9 months to a year, she's doubled in size. And she was a little bit bitey there at the beginning. She got me 3 times. One time she got me. I always let him out. This is my daughter's room. They're a little messy right now, but so she got me once during feeding time. That was my stupidity. Every now and again, I just lose my train of thought, especially when you're trying to feed, 7 snakes at once, because you can't feed them individually, because once they smell that food, they all go ballistic. So I had the food, I prepped the food, I warmed the food up, I come up here, I open all the lids, I pull female out of that tank, I set her on the ground. I pull the female out of that tank, I set her on the ground. And I pull the female out of that tank and I set her on the ground. And then I feed everybody on the ground, and then I feed everybody in the tanks. And then one time I let them out. So one day I will open that lid and open this lid, and I let them cruise around his bedroom. The next day I'll open that lid over here on this guy's tank, and then these guys' lids here, and I'll let the 3 of them cruise around this room. Sometimes I open all 4 lids and I let them all cruise around at one time. But what the hell? So this was like back in April. I had the air conditioners weren't in, and the screens were down and the windows were open. So she's right here. She's laying across this, her tail's hanging down there, and she's got her face planted out the window. She's looking. I watched her for about 60 seconds before. She didn't move. She's out there watching. Turns out there's a couple birds walking around on the roof, and they were eating the grit out of the gutter or something. And she's sitting there watching them. So I go like this. And I touch her tail. I'm like, squeezing her tail, touch her tail, let her know in there. She went like this, turned around, looked at me like, how dare you? Like with an attitude, with some authority. So at that point, I'm like, okay, I touched her, she knows I'm here. So I go like this, get my face right down here, look out the window, and she and grabs me right, and she grabs me right here, and right here, like this with her mouth. Got her upper jaw in here and her lower jaw right down here, just missed my eye. Yeah, needless to say, I was freaking out. But I don't usually. One thing about these tanks is I stopped putting shit in the tanks. And I realized that's, it's just a pain in the ass. It really is. The mulch, and the cleaning the mulch, the bugs that get in the mulch. The mulch gets in the damn water bowls. It holds the piss and all that, and it stinks. Fuck all that. They don't need that to be happy. They really don't. Right now, we had a mite outbreak about a year ago, and it took me forever to get them under control. I was buying, I don't know if I still have the jug. It's like the reptile spray. It's in a white jug. It's got a picture of a snake on it, and it's got the orange label, reptile mite spray or something. So I was using that stuff. But then I got online. I got 2 gallons of this shit. This stuff, I don't like the smell it has, and I don't think the snakes like it either. It's got like a minty smell to it. But I will say this. I mixed it 50-50 with water, and it killed every mite in this fucking house. Every mite in this room and every mite in the tanks. They're gone. And I only had to do 2 quart spray bottles, as a matter of fact. Not even 2 quarts. There's still 5 ounces left in that bottle. And then this is straight mite spray that I use to wipe down the tanks and spray off the lids and everything. This is just water. Another thing I don't use anymore is paper towels, really. I mean, I use them sometimes. But what I started doing is I just got a bunch of like dish towels, cheap ass dish towels, and wash them in hot water and bleach in the washing machine like you do your laundry. And then some big towels. So you got dish towels and big towels, big mess, little mess. And then I got a bin over here, which I need to do a load of laundry. Right there, real easy. Throw them in here, take them downstairs, dump them in a washer, a little bit of bleach, a little bit of Tide, run her in a heavy load, dry them, good to go. Works great. Works great. Yeah, the snakes, they cruise around this room, boy, they make a mess. There's a snake turd right there. I clean them up all the time, but what's nice about the snake turds is once it's just mucus and fur basically. Their stomach acid digests everything. The teeth, the bones, there's nothing left. The fur is the only thing that they can't digest. Look at this guy. What are you doing there, buddy? I was gonna go do some fishing today, but I don't think I want to go fishing today. Yeah, look at him. Boy, he's such a cute guy, huh? Handsome fella. You gonna make me some baby snakes, huh? I know I still got a couple years. Yeah, you're a handsome fella. You really are. Where are you at? Quit trying to reach. And he's like, I want to reach. He's like, let me up there. There we go. I see something neat. That's a fossil tree trunk. Well, part of it. Pretty wild. I found that at Lynn Run State Park up towards Ligonier, Pennsylvania. There's fossils everywhere there. Ohio Pile, Pennsylvania. If you go down by the waterfall on the other side of the creek from where the park and the parking lot is and the shops and stuff, on the other side of the river, you're walking down the trail and you're walking along on big flat rock going down to the waterfall. If you look, there's big fossils of trees everywhere down there. Millions and millions of years ago, Pennsylvania used to be a rainforest. So you get to see some cool fossils. Matter of fact, actually, now that I think about it, I have another tree fossil here somewhere. I got a lot of these rocks I need to get rid of. You collect stuff. Oh, here it is. For a while, I thought this was like a fish. So what that actually is a fossil of tree bark. Pretty neat. I have a turtle shell fossil here somewhere. I don't know where the fuck it's at. It's almost the entire back of a turtle shell. I found a piece of hard sandstone. Pretty wild. A lot of fossils out there if you just look. But yeah, these are snakes.